Good evening, everybody. It's 6:30, and I'd like to call the meeting to order. This is Marie Sullivan. So with that, I want to remind everyone that we are live captioning our meetings, and to view the captions, click on the link in our chat window. To be official, at this time, I call to order the regular meeting of the Maricopa County Community College District Governing Board for December 14, 2021. Before we move on, just want to wish everyone a happy holidays. For the record, I will call a roll call vote of board members. I know Mr. Evans is not with us this evening, but Ms. Bittersmith, are you present?
I'm here.
Thank you. Mrs. McGrath?
Present.
Thank you. Dr. Narini? I know you're lurking out there somewhere. Okay. Hi, Dr. Narini. Ms. Smith?
Present.
Thank you. Dr. Thor?
Present.
Thank you. Ms. Wynn?
Present.
With my present, the full complement of the board stands present, with the exception of Mr. Evans, our student trustee, who's not with us this evening. I want to make note that on our agenda, we have a late notice substitution. Ms. Veronica Eppolitos, Vice President, Title IX Coordinator at Student Affairs, and she's sitting in for Dr. Greg Peterson, President of Chandler Gilbert Community College. With that, we're going to move to the Faculty Executive Council report. Dr. Sasha Radicic, please.
Good evening, everyone. As we close out another year of quarantine and the many novel challenges that have come with it, we've all had to deal with quite a lot of frustration. I believe we all have our own strategies for conquering our stresses. As for me, if anything bugs me and I'm feeling unhappy, I just try to think of nice things. What kinds of things, you say? Oh, well, let's see. Nice things. Daffodils, green meadows, skies full of stars, chalkboards and whiteboards and newfangled smartboards, students who gather up honors and awards, dry erase markers in red, blue, and green. These are a few of my favorite things. Fresh faces straight in from matriculation, enthusiastic folks at graduation, staff who help students through falls and through springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the Zooms crash, when the grades sink, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Thank you for your time. I wish you all happy holidays. And for what you've just had to hear, I offer up my deepest apologies to you and to Julie Andrews.
I love Sound of Music, so I like the melody. Thank you very much for your report this evening. May you have a happy holiday. For the record, I want to note that our adjunct faculty report has been presented in writing by Dr. Terry Train. And now we'll move to the Employee Senate report with Ms. Anna Chandler and Ms. Shannon Mange. Can you beat the song?
President Sullivan, I am sincerely sorry. I cannot beat that song, but please know you all are grateful that you don't have to hear me sing. I am the worst. Maybe starting in spring semester, Anna and I will start bringing songs to our presentations, as you have done for us, President Sullivan, in other meetings. But that is our gift to you for the holiday season, is I will not be singing, and we will just enjoy Dr. Radicic's voice.
Okay, sounds like a plan. So thank you for joining us this evening. Please go forward.
Thank you, everybody. My name is Shannon Mange. I'm an administrative specialist at PVCC, and I am before you today as the co-president for employee representation. Along with me is Anna Chandler, student services analyst at Scottsdale Community College. Next slide, please. President Sullivan, members of the board, Chancellor Gonzalez, members of CEC and guests, we are going to present to you some of our regularly scheduled agenda items, as well as we've got a lot of celebrating to do, so I hope you're ready for all of it. As requested by the governing board, every month we will continue to provide updated data and implementation plans on the remote and virtual work policy. Since our last board meeting, the data has not since changed very much, so we thought we would let you know that that is continuing to be worked on. A lot of the colleges in the district office come spring semester will be reviewing their return to worksite plans based on what's going on with the pandemic, along with continuing conversations about implementation of the remote and virtual work policy. And like I said, continue to update the governing board monthly on this progress. Next slide, please. As we do every month, we would like to highlight our representatives at each of the sites. This month, we are looking at Phoenix College. What you see before you is our non-exempt council, Todd, Travis, and Les. Todd Fleming also serves as the senator for Phoenix College. Their biographies and photos are in our last month's newsletter. Next slide, please. These are our exempt council reps, Katie, Michael, and Michael. And we do not have a photo of him, unfortunately. We hope to get one soon, but their sworn officer representative is Rob. Again, their information is in our past newsletter, and I will say that we have heard nothing but positive feedback from the leadership at Phoenix College on the work that these representatives have done for their employees. It has been a privilege of Anna and I to work with them. Next slide, please. All right, folks, it is time to celebrate. Anna and I love to bring these stories and highlights to you guys, and we feel in the spirit of the holiday season and celebrating another successful fall semester, we want to celebrate those who have been champions for us. We'd like to start off with our interim provost, Dr. Eric Lashinsky. He has, ever since taking on this role, he has offered us an open door policy. He has offered us honest, collaborative conversations. He genuinely wants to see employee representation grow because he knows that that will help the district as a whole move forward for our students. So we thank him so much for continuing that relationship and wanting it to continue if and when Anna and I step down from these roles. We can never say enough thank yous to Dr. Georgetta Kelly, our Chief Human Resources Officer, as well as her team. It has been a privilege of Anna and I to build and rebuild a positive working relationship between employees and HR. It might have been a little rough in the past, but those days are behind us. We are moving this relationship forward. Dr. Kelly and her team genuinely care about their employees across the structure, and they know that the well-being and success of their employees leads to the success for our students. We look forward to continuing and building that relationship and seeing what collaborative initiatives we can work on in the future. General Counsel Melissa Flores and her team, we thank you for opening your door to us to have what some may say are difficult conversations. Anna and I believe that we are helping your department as well as employee representation build a positive relationship so we can continue to move district in the positive direction. President Sullivan, board members, thank you for allowing Anna and I as employee representatives to be part of the governing board presentations. We believe that this has engaged employees in your meetings, in what the board members do, not only for their constituents and the taxpayers, but for the district and for our students. And a special shout out to Elza, as Anna and I have been invited to these meetings. She has been amazing to allow us to just email her and say, Elza, we need help. We have a question, and she's just so gracious in answering everything that she can for us. And if she can't, she gets us to the right person. So Elza, you are truly amazing as well. Thank you so much. To all the college presidents, Anna and I, as well as your representatives, we look forward to continuing to grow shared governance on your campuses as well as across the district. It's not just your representatives on your campus that need the shared governance. We need it as well because we sit as council members together, and we look forward to continuing that collaborative relationship. So thank you. To the rest of the leaders that sit on the Chancellor's Executive Council, as well as faculty leadership, thank you for welcoming us to your conversations and allowing Anna and I to bring the employee voice to the table. You have given us an honest, safe space to have the conversations that are needed. We have moved a lot of initiatives in the right direction, and we look forward to more positive work in the future. Next slide, please. Anna and I wanted to share with you all how much our roles as co-presidents have grown. Not only do we sit on CEC and present to the governing board monthly, but as you can see before you, those are the district level committees and task forces that we sit on to bring the employee voice not only to those committees and task forces, but back to employee representation so we can provide their voice and feedback on these initiatives. Our representatives are grateful for this voice, and they love hearing the updates and knowing all of the good work that's happening across the district. As you can see, we also commit to monthly check-ins with our Chief Human Resources Officer, the HR leadership team, the Chancellor, and the Provost. Anna and I as well have been going through professional growth to make us better leaders for employee representation. Next slide, please. Now, although this is not an inclusive list, even though it looks long, we wanted to share with you all that the representatives across the district, what work they are doing. We know they are working extremely hard at the campuses in the district office, but they're also participating in initiatives across the district because as much as I know you all love Anna and I, we cannot be everywhere and be everything to everybody. So our representatives have stepped up and done amazing work. Some of the things we have helped work on, such as the strategic compensation plan, the 4% increase in the stipend for employees, vacation buyback, the staff policy collaboration team. We have been building a collaborative relationship with the diversity councils and the affinity groups. We have continued to bring IBN training to the representatives with the amazing help of Eddie Jenna. And as you can see on the list on the right, those are just some, not all, just some of the district level committees that our employees have committed to make sure we can move these beneficial initiatives forward. We will continue to provide these updates at the end of every semester. We think you guys should know all the great work that moves forward. Sometimes we don't hear what's being done in the background, and this is the type of stuff we want to share and celebrate with you guys with employee representation to move forward for years to come. I am now going to turn it over to Anna Chandler to continue the success presentation. Anna?
Thank you, Shannon. Could we get the next slide, please? And I will continue to express Shannon's sentiments to our campus representation. Shannon and I are super blessed and proud of our campus representatives who have worked so hard to represent employees to the best of their abilities on each campus. Representatives have worked with pure resilience as they continue to serve students as their daily jobs, as well as empower and advocate for the employee voice as we learn how to make sure that employee representation continues to advance and be better with each year. Two major highlights we'd like to recognize is the fact that shared governance models are starting to are being implemented on each campus. Some campuses have already had shared governance models, but we are starting to embrace the shared governance models and looking to get that model on each campus. It will really help us to elevate the employee voice and make sure that district-wide we are serving this as a best practice. Another major highlight is our representatives are having monthly meetings with all staff on their campuses. This allows staff to be able to ask questions and engage in the many items that have occurred this past year with COVID and just other policies and procedures that we are looking to improve as employee reps. These meetings help us with consistent messaging, knowledge of what's happening within the district, as well as bring issues back to the leaders of CEC and other spaces in order for us to work collaboratively with everyone. The list of campus successes are here for specific campuses, and if we could get the next slide, there are a few more as well. All of our campuses are doing amazing work, as you can see in these bullets though listed in front of you, and we look forward to continued work, collaboration, and alignment to help Maricopa employees feel connected and informed. Next slide, please. Our district office representatives are also hard at work in hosting monthly brown bag meetings as well as meet with the chancellor regularly. These topics listed in front of you are some of the brown bag topics discussed to make sure employees are aware of the work being done in the district, as well as provide updates as much of this work is in progress. Next slide, please. Employee representation was very excited to have almost a full sworn officer council this year, and is proud of how they've been able to elevate their voice as the council becomes a stronger unit. With their representation, they have been able to have better open lines of communication with the chief of police and have been able to voice concerns that help bring more efficient and effective ways to work in their department. Next slide, please. Shannon and I would like to give huge kudos to our continuity team who have been able to look through our current bylaws and find ways in which we can be better. As we have promised since the beginning days of EGOC, employee representation wants to improve and continually, and continuity has provided us the opportunity to amend 5 bylaws to solidify how employee representation will handle vaccines, work towards SOPs, as well as work again on modifications to define expectations and conduct and professionalism of members of employee representation. Thank you for that, team. If you're out there listening, you guys are doing wonderful work. Thank you so much. Next slide, please. These are all huge shout outs. We're very thankful for the wonderful team we have, but our communication team has gone above and beyond and continues to amaze us with their wonderful newsletter they put out each month, highlighting what employee representation is doing for employees. Just this month, they have rebranded and their name, the name and visual of now what is the Employee Chronicles. The communication team will continue to work on public records accessibility drives and our website design. Thank you so much, communication team. Keep up the wonderful work. Next slide, please. And we'd be remiss if we did not take the time to acknowledge and thank the wonderful faculty that are listed here. As Shannon and I have led employee representation, these wonderful individuals have not only heard us out when we're struggling and want to learn from what's happening within the district, but they have also empowered us and helped us be better leaders. We truly appreciate your collaboration, advocacy for staff, and being champions for us as we have learned how to navigate and become the best leaders we can and continue to grow and make employee representation a wonderful and effective representation body. Next slide, please. Our DEI teams and staff have been hard at work this year and have provided open and honest conversations with safe spaces for employees to learn, grow, and understand the topics addressed each month. Everyone involved in this work should be so proud of everything that they're doing to help move Maricopa forward and engage us in these conversations. We are all looking forward to what you bring for the spring semester. Next slide, please. And last but not least, we'd like to say a huge thank you and send a big appreciation to end our presentation. Chancellor Gonzalez, I hope you are listening. As 2021 comes to a close, employee representation would like to genuinely thank you for everything you have done through the last year to support, listen, and engage with employees. When you started your role as interim chancellor, we highly doubted that these past 2 years would have been what anyone had imagined. You have taken on such a critical role with poise, professionalism, and more importantly, grace and compassion. Employee representation has been able to share the voice of employees with you transparently, identify and work through issues that have directly affected employees through the pandemic. Most importantly, you welcomed employee representation in many spaces to champion shared governance and move the needle for Maricopa in spaces that help to build trust and respect with one another. When we think of a leader, some of the words that come to mind are strong, patient, bold, vulnerable, courageous, and someone with integrity. You have come in as a leader who not only ensures the organization is functioning effectively, but also acknowledges that without the critical roles of staff, without the critical roles of staff and faculty, Maricopa would not be the institution it is for students and the community. We understand that your role may not always be the easiest. It may not always provide the happiest endings at the end of each issue, but there Maybe more hard days than good. Still, your resiliency for students, Maricopa Community College District employees, and Maricopa communities is commendable. And we couldn't be more proud and honored to have you lead us through this challenging time. Our hope is that 2022 is a better year for all, and we look forward to the continued growth and partnership between employee representation, Maricopa leadership, and most importantly, you. Thank you for being a collaborative and empowering leader. Thank you for being a champion for students, staff, and faculty, but most importantly, thank you for being you. Respectfully, from Shannon and myself and employee representation, thank you so much, and we hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season.
Thank you very much, Ms. Shannon and Ms. Mauger. We really appreciate your sentiments this evening, and I know everyone that you called out certainly is appreciative of what your acknowledgement has been. But simultaneously, we also need to say thank you and celebrate the leadership role that you've taken on, and on behalf of all of the employees. So thanks for reminding us that gratitude is an important quality for all of us to have, and happy holidays to you too. So with that, I'm going to move to the student life reports. I'm going to comment for all that this is both a PowerPoint and a video presentation. So because this presentation will include a video file, anyone who called directly in with their phone is not going to be able to hear the audio. You will be able to watch and hear the audio, however, once it is posted to our YouTube page. And for those of you who can hear the audio, you may control the volume and size of the video, and those are in the bottom right-hand corner of the video itself. So with that, I want to welcome our Phoenix College United members. Our DECA Club advisor, Mr. Brian Smith, will be present with us this evening, and his video presenters, though not, are Yesenia Scareno, David Fierro, and Omar Sanchez, both students and DECA Club members. Then there's Sonia Brown, President, Martell Stevenson, who's our student senator, Richard Powers, Vice President of Advocacy, Damaris Cano Martinez, Vice President of Involvement. And with that, I'm going to turn this over to the Phoenix College presenters. Thank you.
Good evening, President Sullivan, members of the board, Dr. Gonzalez, members of the CEC, and guests. My name is Sonia Brown, President of the Phoenix College United Student Government. My major is philosophy, and I will graduate in 2023. At a recent all-campus meeting, PC United officers and members met with Interim VP of Student Affairs, Dr. Heather Cruzy, Interim Dean of Student Affairs, Cindy Ramos, PC's new Manager of Student Life and Leadership, Eris Mosier, and Student Services Specialist Senior, Diana Martinez. My fellow executive officers and I are honored to present all the exciting things happening at Phoenix College.
Next slide, please.
Next slide again, please. Whenever you're ready. Thank you. Tonight, we will share information with you about PC's culture of care and support, and about various events and activities from the 2021 spring and fall semesters, highlighting community support, advocacy work, and student support. Next slide, please. This past year, a Phoenix College alumnus became the largest individual donor to PC and MCCD. To honor this, we will start the presentation with a short video about PC alumnus Jay Faulkner and scholarship recipient, now PC alumna, Jacqueline Geiger.
Anybody could give us a minute just to get the video ready, please.
Jay Faulkner believed in education for all and brought that conviction to life through an ACE-endowed scholarship. Growing up on a farm in Phoenix, Jay learned that the right combination of continuous learning and hard work would sow the seeds of success. This mindset helped him thrive when he attended Phoenix College in the 1940s. 60 years later, Jay created an endowment supporting the ACE program to give other students the opportunity to achieve a college education. Reminiscent of his childhood home, the Jay Faulkner Memorial Mesquite Court with plentiful seating under the shade of mature mesquite trees, will forever hold Jay's legacy.
My name is Jacqueline Geiger, and I got my associate in arts here at Phoenix College. It was a single parent household, and we had left everything in California, moved here to Arizona, and we were homeless. We were living out of motels. Despite our living situation, I remember her dragging us to the local elementary school. She said, "Oh, that says elementary school, let's go enroll you guys." So that just shows how important education was for her. When the ACE program came into my life, both my brother and I were able to finish college, so it was beyond her expectations. I'd say my biggest challenge coming to college, there was a sentiment of guilt attached. Okay, I'm going to college, and because of that, I'm not bringing finances home. And there was a time where I considered dropping out. But thankfully, there was a scholarship mentor who talked some sense into me. She said, "Mija, let mom be mom. She's doing a great job doing that. And let you be mom's daughter and finish your degree." And I thank her for that. Now I'm currently advising high school students at Cesar Chavez High School, which is part of the Phoenix Union District. That's where I graduated from, and it's so neat to go back and advise students, let them know the opportunities that there are, not just for them, but also for their entire family. To have met Jay would have been incredibly rewarding, and just let him know, thank you so much for your investment, and that investment changed my life and the life of my children.
Because of the determination and success of ACE scholars and contributions of graduates like Jacqueline, Jay's legacy continues. Today, the Phoenix College ACE program enrolls hundreds of students annually with a completion rate of 90%. This story is so much more than facts and figures. It's the continued dedication, determination, and strength of individuals who help others succeed. Supporting student scholarships and programs creates a ripple effect on the next generation of leaders like Jacqueline and many other deserving PC students.
We are grateful to have amazing Phoenix College alumni like Jay Faulkner, and are so grateful for his contribution to PC student success. Let me turn it over to Martell Stevenson.
Good evening. My name is Martell Stevenson. I'm the Phoenix College Student Senator and the Chairman of the Maricopa Student Senate.
Elsa, I pass you presenter.
So can we get the PowerPoint back up on the screen? Should I just continue?
Can you guys hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Elsa,
this
you
is
can
Ms.
present.
Sullivan. We can hear you. We'll wait. I haven't heard from Elsa or Mr. Woods on how we're proceeding on the others. So if you feel comfortable doing your presentation without the PowerPoint, let's move forward. If not, we'll wait another minute. It's up to you.
This is fine. Thank you so much.
I'm
Sure.
back up again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we
Jordan,
don't-
is it okay
yeah,
if
we
I
don't-
share?
You have presenter, Elsa.
Okay, thank you, sir. You probably see me on there 3 times now.
Your name is what I see on my screen, Elsa.
Okay.
While you're working on that, though, if the students would like to proceed, that would be fine.
Absolutely. So I'll just start again. Good evening. My name is Martell Stevenson. I'm the Phoenix College Student Senator and the Chairman of the Maricopa Student Senate. My major is math, and I will graduate in 2020. We are proud to tell you of the various community events we have hosted at Phoenix College. PC Student Life and Leadership partners with Vitalant Blood Services to host blood drives on our campus. One donation can support and save the lives of 3 patients.
Great. Next slide, please, Elsa. Thank you.
We have students, faculty, and staff who are regular donors at the drives. The PC Pantry continues to support hungry students with non-perishable sack lunches consisting of a cup of noodles, a granola bar, and 10-item weekend bags. We maintain our partnership with St. Mary's Food Bank to provide healthier and more sustainable options for students in the surrounding community. During the 2021 fall and spring semesters, we provided 98,532 tons of fresh produce and bread to 3,000 households of students and community members. Next slide. New this year is our commitment to providing COVID-19 vaccination clinics and COVID-19 testing on-site at PC. We have partnered with One Community AZ to provide vaccination clinics to our students, employees, and community. We plan to continue these clinics throughout next year. We have also partnered with Embry's Women's Health to host drive-through COVID-19 testing. All of these are great resources for our local community. Here is Richard Powers to tell you more about advocacy at Phoenix College.
Good evening, my name is Richard Powers, Vice President of Advocacy. My major is criminal justice and I will graduate in 2022. Next slide, please. Advocacy for PC students and campus community is incredibly important to us. We have various opportunities to provide social justice and cultural awareness to our campus. Our social justice organization and counseling department hosted a mental health action day in partnership with MTV this past May. The event brought awareness to the stigma of mental health and provided students, staff, and community members with opportunities for healing through mindful yoga, a trauma-informed storytelling workshop, and other events geared towards mental health. We also provided a Real Talk series that discussed social justice issues surrounding anti-transgender legislation, the Black Lives Matter movement, anti-Asian hate, and Latinx mental health stigma. These panels brought students, staff, and community members together to hear the stories of marginalized people. Real Talks foster a campus community of empathy, active listening, and advocacy. Next slide, please. In October, SOJO presented Domestic Violence Awareness Month events that included red shoe decorating, a workshop on communication and consent in relationships, and a guest speaker who is a domestic violence survivor. The Liberal Arts Department and Student Life partnered to bring City Councilwoman Yasmin Ansari to speak and address the issues of environmental racism, poverty in relation to climate change, and many other challenges the city of Phoenix will face in the coming years. Next, we have Damaris Cano Martinez to speak about student support.
Good evening, my name is Damaris Cano Martinez, and I'm the Vice President of Involvement. My major is chemistry, and I will graduate in 2022. Next slide, please. Our desire is to support PC students in as many ways as possible to help them achieve success. We provide support in many fun and creative ways. PC Student Life and Leadership received a grant from Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian Community to purchase diapers, formula, and baby items for students. We in turn hosted a baby shower to distribute these items to PC students with children. We also host Adulting 101 sessions that include topics such as ways to wellness, cooking with chef's does, dating violence, marketing yourself, and life after graduation. All workshops were virtual and provided beneficial advice regarding each topic. Next slide, please. The theme for this year's homecoming was We Are the Champions, as we celebrated two NJCAA Division II championships teams, women's soccer and women's softball. We recognized the teams with a ring ceremony. During homecoming week, we had a competitive wiffle ball game between staff and students. We hosted PC's Got Talent karaoke and hosted an online game night. PC homecoming king Joseph Ratings and Queen Bailey Norris received $300 scholarships from the PC Alumni Association. Queen Bailey Norris also received her soccer championship ring. She was sparkling from head to fingertips. Let me turn it over to Sonia to close out our presentation.
Next slide, please. This is Phoenix College 2021 in a nutshell. We have one last historic milestone we are truly excited about. In May 2022, Phoenix College is set to graduate our 100th class of students and will host the commencement ceremonies on our campus. We invite you to join us. Thank you for your time tonight and continued support of Phoenix College. We wish you all a safe and happy holiday. Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you very much for your presentation. Normally, we don't take questions at this point. We'll see if something comes up later, but congratulations to all of you and all the fine work that you're doing. And may you also enjoy a healthy and happy holiday season and keep up the good work. And I'm sure a number of us will be at that 100-year graduation ceremony. That's pretty exciting for the campus. So thank you. With that, I want to note the next item on our agenda is Emeritus Awards and Recognition, but tonight we have none. So I'm going to move us to the Chancellor Report. Dr. Gonzalez.
Yes, thank you, President Sullivan.
To Ms. Granillo. So go ahead, please. Thank you.
Sorry.
No, it's
Sorry
good.
to jump the gun there. Thank you, President Sullivan, members of the board, and CEC guests that are with us this evening. I'm going to do item number 2 before I do the Chancellor Report, and that's an introduction of Ms. Kim Granillo, and many of you, I'm sure, know and have seen her in action in presentations to our board during work sessions, and she's always been available to answer some of the tougher questions for our system. Back in the first part of November, I asked Ms. Granillo to step into the interim Chief Financial Officer role, and she accepted and has been doing a wonderful job over the past 4 weeks. And so I'd like to just turn it over to her to introduce herself and to briefly tell us about, perhaps maybe what she's been up to, and more importantly, what she sees as next steps in our budgeting process, since she's taken over at a time when we're knee deep in our budgeting process. So with that, I'll turn it over to Ms. Granillo, and then I'll come back to my report.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gonzalez. Good evening, President Sullivan, Dr. Gonzalez, members of the governing board, members of CEC, colleagues, and guests. As already shared, I am Kim Granillo and the interim Chief Financial Officer for the district. First, let me say I'm honored and humbled to have been asked to step into this role, and I'm grateful for the tremendous support that has been offered to me. I am hoping, though, I can deliver on the faith and trust that so many of you have placed in me. I want to provide a brief update on the development of the fiscal year 2022-23 budget for Maricopa. We are working with the Advisory Budget Council established by the Chancellor to provide recommendations to him, the Chancellor's Executive Council, and ultimately to the Governing Board for the annual budget. We have spent the last few months sharing the building blocks of the district-wide budget with the Council. We have now moved to the next stage of exploring options available to us as we navigate the financial challenges that stand before us while honoring the Governing Board's priority of implementing the multi-year strategic compensation plan for our employees. We expect to have more information to share with the Governing Board at an upcoming meeting in January. I am looking forward to those conversations, and with that, I turn it back over to Chancellor Gonzalez. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Granillo, and again, I'm very appreciative of you stepping into this role and continuing the work in the process and all of the other items that you work on in the business office. President Sullivan, if I may just take a moment to thank our employees, our faculty, staff, and administration, and especially our students for the hard work and commitment and effort that they've provided over this past year. We had hoped that 2021 might be an easier year than the kind of year that we had in the latter half of 2020. But it proved to be as challenging and as uncertain as the latter days of 2020. And again, we sit here before you and we hope that 2022 will be something very different for all of us and have a greater gleam of hope than we've had recently as well. But it is with that hard work and dedication and determination of our faculty, staff, and administration that has allowed us to plow forward and to experience the types of success that you've heard here tonight and that you've heard throughout the year. So I commend them, and I'm humbled and honored both to serve in this capacity as interim chancellor as we continue on into 2022. And I also want to extend my gratitude and appreciation to you as a board for your leadership during this difficult time as well. We look forward to the start of a new year, meaning many new things on the horizon, and we're all excited to engage in that important work. And we are planning for some really good things for Maricopa in the future, and can't wait to sit down with you as a body and discuss what some of those things will be for Maricopa. So with that, I wish everybody a happy holiday season. I hope that y'all get some rest, because when we get back in January, we're going to roll our sleeves back up and we're going to get after it. That concludes my report, Mrs. Sullivan. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gonzalez. Appreciate that. And thank you to Dr. Granillo as well, Ms. Granillo as well. Next item on our agenda is the citizens interim, but we have no requests for speaking at this time. So with that, I'm now going to move us to consideration of our consent agenda. And I want to remind everyone that all items under this section of the agenda are consent matters unless they are removed from the consent agenda at this time. So do any board members or the chancellor wish to remove any item from the consent agenda? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Is that you, Dr. Narini?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Is there a second?
Second, this is Mrs. Wood.
Thank you. All those in favor of the motion to, is there any discussion? There can't be any at this point. So let's just, all those in favor of the consent agenda motion, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No, with no opposition, the consent agenda passes 7-0. And we'll move on then. So there are no non-consent action items for this evening's consideration. And on item H, are there any comments or questions? Being none, monitoring reports for this evening, are there any comments or questions? Being none, that's going to take us to our community linkage governing board reports. Ms. Bittersmith, I'm going to start with you. Do you have anything to report?
Yes, just briefly, President Sullivan, I wanted to let the board and those interested in the meeting know that the Public Affairs Committee of the board met a couple of weeks ago in preparation for the upcoming legislative session with our government affairs staff. And we talked about not only the state legislative session, but any items that might be of importance and pertinence to us happening congressionally. And as those things progress and we know what those agendas look like, we obviously will be coming back to the board with updates. And with that, I will just add my happy holidays to everybody who is on the board, as well as those that are our wonderful team at the Community College District. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bittersmith. Mrs. McGrath, do you have anything?
No, I don't have a report tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Narini.
No report. Just want to wish everybody a happy and healthy holiday and looking forward to a great new year. Thanks.
Thank you. Ms. Smith.
I also just want to say happy holidays and thank you for another great semester in the books. Be well, everyone.
Thank you. Dr. Thor.
Thank you. This past week, I was privileged to co-facilitate the League for Innovation in the Community College's Executive Leadership Institute for Aspiring College Presidents. Of the 34 participants, 3 are from Maricopa. Dr. Chris Bliss of Mesa, Dr. Jana Schwartz from Paradise Valley, and Dr. Ann Suzuki from Chandler Gilbert. I also want to acknowledge the great job done by Dr. Gonzalez as a participant on a panel providing national perspectives on community college issues. Dr. Gonzalez was joined by Barbara Gilman Danley, president of the Higher Learning Commission, and Ji-Hang Lee, President and CEO of the Association of Community College Trustees. And I also want to wish everyone happy holidays. I look forward to working with you in 2022 on the important issues facing community colleges. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Nguyen?
I just want to thank our chancellor and his son for coming out to shop with the COP. We have one more weekend left, and it's just wonderful to see how the Maricopa Community College System leads this incredible event to give children Christmas that otherwise wouldn't have Christmas. And so that was wonderful. And also just to acknowledge, there was a pinning ceremony for many of our nursing students who are completing their nursing requirements. And I think that that is exciting as we see all the challenges facing our community with this pandemic that unfortunately still continues, and that we are bringing a solution to that problem by graduating these nursing students. And I think that's really exciting. Personally, I am looking forward to the holidays and to Christmas, and I have 14 grandkids now, and that's a challenge. I'm still shopping, but I just want to thank everyone in the college system who is doing their very best during these difficult times to do their jobs, to show up, and to continue to make Maricopa Community College the great system that it is. Merry Christmas to all. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, board members. So for my update, I'd like to comment that I attended the ACCT board meeting this past week, and they reviewed the legislative agenda that is of interest to the boards and districts throughout Arizona. Looks like everyone is focused on expenditure limitations similar to us, and some of the other items that also exist on our list. So that was good to hear, and there'll be updates on that. With that, outside of normal activity, also want to acknowledge the work of all board members in engaging with our community, as well as the fine work of our administrative staff and all other individuals who work with our students and everyone on a daily basis. Outstanding job, and it's been a tough year. Can't believe we're closing out 2021. It seems like we just started 2021 some days, and then other days it seems like it's been 2021 for at least 20-21 years. So anyway, with that, I know we have a lot of work ahead of us, but we'll be steadfast in our commitment to students, faculty, employees, and all those who are engaged with us to ensure a better quality of life. Board members, I want to tell you that something came up this afternoon, so you'll be receiving a note about an executive session to be convened pretty quickly, maybe as early as Thursday, but stay tuned. Please look at your emails about that. Also want to remind you that we are heading to a board retreat, barring any other challenges. It'll be the weekend of, I believe, 14th, 15th in January, Friday night and Saturday. Stay tuned for more information on that. Our next official meeting is going to be on January 18, 2022 for both election of officers and agenda review. We follow the following week, January 25, with a regular board meeting. So perhaps, depending on how we all are healthy, we will be meeting in person. Let me do further assessment of that, and we'll just keep waiting every month. Maybe that will be the month. So we'll just stay tuned for that as well. So to all of you board members and everyone else affiliated with the district, I want to wish you a very happy holidays and good time with your family, with your friends, with your communities, to both celebrate each other, hold everyone tight for peace and justice throughout our world and with each other. And happy holidays, everyone. So with that, I'm going to adjourn our meeting. Thank you all for being present this evening. Thank you to all of our presenters who did a great job. And good night, everyone. Happy holidays. See you in January.